I saw this yellow bag and I just like Hi, this is Carrie with Sunshine Vintage Vibes, and I am back with another thrift haul. I hit 2 estate sales and 10 thrift stores looking for items. It was right after the holidays and I didn't thrift too much in December, so I was eager to get out. The estate sales, I hit both of them on 50% off day, and on the thrift stores, I hit them on a Tuesday, so the Goodwills were 10% off and the Savers were 30% off. So take a look what I got. I got quite a bit of footage, and they'll come back. We'll do a quick haul. I've already sold a couple of items, so we'll go through those as well. And we'll see you when you get back. Estate sale. It's the last day.
The scale is pretty cool. I'm surprised it's still here. It's pretty nice. I've never seen so many molds here. They're $100 each, half off, probably worth it. I love these binoculars. They're leather, they're heavy. Let me see, they say $40, so half off. I think it's worth grabbing these. Okay, I want to take a look at this little notepad in here. I don't know what it is. Yeah, thank you. So it's this little leather notepad. It says Boston Belt Company. I don't know what that is, but there's a bunch of inscriptions from the 1940s, it looks like. Yeah, I think I have to take it. I had a set of these similar to these in my shop that sold recently, but there's some chips on some of them. I don't know. Like, these little ones are cute. Maybe I'll just buy a couple of them, see if I could just buy a few. They have them priced all as one. Like, this has a chip, this one's discolored. I don't know. Okay, I picked up this little notepad. It's Boston Belt Company, $4. These binoculars, I think he said 20 because they were 40. This book I like. This scale I like. I'm gonna do one more pass over and see if there's anything else I want to grab. There's so much stuff here, but it's been pretty picked over. I like the shape of this, half off. It's a really cool scene. Just don't know if it's a print. I'm in the other room listening to this, thinking it's a player piano, and then I come out and I see this guy playing. Absolutely incredible.
Good morning, it's Sunday. I almost never go out on a Sunday, but they are still having a sale, 50% off. Let's go take a look.
It's kind of fun coming on 50% off day, especially when there's not a lot of people here, just to kind of see what's left, and you can really just sort of dig and search.
Some cool old things, I just don't know what they are. Oh, it's broken.
Oh, I like this level. It's kind of rough, but I bet I can oil it up. Maybe. It still works. It's kind of cool. Interesting. Ooh. This yellow bowl. It's awesome. Okay, I kind of like this. I think I need to grab this. I like that little mirror. I'm going to see if she'll sell that separate because it says it's included. Okay, picked up a couple more things.
Good morning, it's Goodwill Day Tuesday. Because it's senior day, I gotta hit Savers as well. So we're gonna go in, starting with Lake Elsinore.
These candlesticks are interesting, but they look new with the tags. $9.99 for both. This wood vase is pretty nice. $5.99, but I'm trying not to pick up any vases. Oh, look, it has a crack. So I'm gonna pass. No mugs.
Just dropped off a donation and I'm going in. It's Tuesday. And there's one basket left. And it looks like it's riding smooth. So go in and see what the vibe. Somebody just dropped off these Technica boots. These are really nice boots. $5 for ski boots. So I like these salt lamps. I have one. I wouldn't mind another. This one's kind of nice. This one looks like it's messed up. $7.99. People don't like them. I like them. I'm gonna put that in my cart. That's for me. I like this wood tray. It's pretty nice.
Ooh, Department 56. Snow Village. These are old fences. $3.99. I'm grabbing these.
This I'm taking.
These sell in my shop. I've sold 2 for a pretty good price. It's a little dirty and kind of a little dirty inside as well, but I can clean all of that up. $8.99 minus 30%. That's a no-brainer. Putting that in my cart. As much as I love this like mid-century Hollywood Regency look, I have several pieces in my shop and they just haven't been selling, so I have to pass. This green dish would be so perfect for Christmas, but it's January.
Love these glasses. There's only 2, $3.49. I wish there was more. I have sold 2 glasses before, but I'm trying not to pick up just 2 because it doesn't really have a lot of value. So $6, $7, but I have 30% off. So, but I could probably only sell them less than $20, maybe $10 each. So I'm gonna pass.
This little cat is so cute. The eyes are amazing. I'm gonna think about it.
My son sent me on a mission to find some beanies. Doesn't want any that fold over. So these all look like they fold over except for maybe this one. So $3.99. I'm gonna grab that. $15 for this Coach bag. Oh, it's kind of a mess, but
I put a few things back, including the cat, so I think this is it, and I grabbed the hats too.
just hit Savers and I got a few things. I got this light for me. We have one in the house, positive energy. Picked these both up for my son, so gonna grab those. Love this. This is definitely vintage Snow Village. Probably gonna keep this. Most likely I'm gonna keep that. Love it. I'm gonna grab a little bag for that. And then this tray, $4.99. These wood trays are nice. I sell a lot of these wood trays. This one's a little bit different, but I like it. I like the detail and the how it has like the rim, so you can use it like for a vanity. It's really in nice shape. $4.99. And then this was my favorite thing so far. This was $8.99. It's a curio cabinet. It needs a little bit of just like cleaning, and the wood is a little bit, there's a little split here, but maybe oil up the wood. $8.99. And then I got everything for 30% off.
Now I'm at Salvation Army in Temecula. Okay, here's my one purchase. I had a few other things in my little basket, but I put everything back except for this mold. I hit the boxes in the back. It is $4.99, so I'm waiting in line.
Okay, I got one thing at Salvation Army. I've never bought anything like this before. It's a mold, a shortbread mold in its box. That's one thing I love about Salvation Army. They do leave their stuff. If it's been donated in a box, they leave it in a box. Goodwill does not do that. So it's pulled it out. It's a pretty nice mold. It's not broken in its box. So I searched it online because I've never sold anything like this before. And everything, there was 3 listings sold, and then there was one listed for $50. So at least somewhere in that vicinity. This was $4.99, but I had a coupon. So if you ever go to Salvation Army, you gotta Google Salvation Army coupon, and sometimes they have coupons. So it was 20% off. So I think it was $3.50.
I'm at the Restore Habitat in Temecula. Oh my gosh, check out this elephant tray. It's pretty darn cool. Oh, it's got some weight to it. It says $18. It's pretty intricate. I don't know. Would this something like this sell? I like this stoneware vase. I'm really into stoneware these days. It kind of has that sort of wine country feel. I'm in Temecula, so it definitely fits. $12. I'm trying not to pick up vases though.
Okay, love all of this Fiesta.
Best part about Habitat is the lighting. I always pick up lighting at Habitat. $25, that's a little bit high. This little tea set has been here for a little while. It was here last time. I was here maybe like a month ago. I see they reduced it to $25, but it's got some damage, so I'm gonna pass. Okay, I had to grab the elephant tray. I couldn't leave it behind.
Picked up one thing at Habitat. Normally I don't find anything, but I do like this. I really checked to make sure it was in good shape. Got it for $18. It's pretty nice. It's got some weight to it. And then I like, you can see the nails. Makes me feel like it's a little bit old. So there we go. Senior day at Habitat is on Sunday, so I missed that. So
now I'm at Angel View in Temecula. I don't know if this is a box. I love the color. $5.99. Oh, they're coasters. They definitely are Japanese. Let's see. Yep, made in Japan. Okay, I'm gonna look these up and see if there's enough value to grab these. Ooh, I love these. I love the polka dot. Looks like they priced them together, which is another bonus. So there's a set of 3. They're priced at $5.99. I'm gonna grab that. Very mid-century, super cute.
just bought one of these for my niece. Look how cute it is. I think I bought it. It was much more than $5.99, so I'm gonna grab that.
I'm gonna take a look at this mirror that's in the cabinet right there. Okay, I think I'm ready to check out.
Okay, went into Angel View. I've never been to that one before out here. Picked up some Christmas lights. I love these icicles. They're hard to find. I think these were like $5.99 for $2.99. Even better. And then this I love. I actually picked something like this up for my niece, and it's so cute. But $5.99, that's for me. Happy birthday. But I got two things for my shop. I picked up these adorable glasses, $5.99 for the set, and then I grabbed this mirror. I've sold one of these mirrors before. It's $14.99. It's a little high, but I've sold them before. It's probably about $30. Never been to this thrift store, the Divine Discount and Thrift. We're gonna check it out.
This painting is massive. It'd be great if you needed a big piece of art. Ooh, look what I see, a snuffer. $2. I sell these in my shop. I'm gonna take this. I'm not sure what these are. Maybe decorative? Kind of cool. I'm not really sure what this is or what it's for. $20. Maybe some sort of Christmas item? Just grabbed one item here.
Not a lot of stuff there, but I did get this snuffer. It was marked $2 and it was 40% off, so it was $1, whatever that is. So nice, it's nice. It's got some weight to it.
I finally made it to Goodwill in Temecula. I had a lot of stops before, but I'm ready to go in. This little vase is sweet, $2.99. I'm trying not to pick up vases. This looks new. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna grab this vase just in case. I can always put it back. Okay, I see a cutting board I want to look at. Ooh, this is nice. I sell cutting boards. This one's kind of big and heavy, but great. I love the wood. I'll put that in my cart as well. I like this little basket, but kind of feels new. All right, I'm going to think about this one as well. I collect yellow depression glass. $3.99 is a good price, but I have so many plates, I just don't need it.
Just found a Rebecca Minkoff. $11.99.
I went back and picked up another bag.
Okay, finally hit the Goodwill in Temecula, the big one. So I bought this cutting board. I've sold some cutting boards when they're different. $3.99. I like the inlay wood. Needs a little love. I'm going to give it some oil. But it just, when you can't find them that are a little bit different, so I grabbed that one. And then I found this bag for me. I love yellow. And it is a Rebecca Minkoff. She's a designer. It's a really cute bag. It was $11.99. So I picked this up for me, then thinking that when there's a designer like this bag in Goodwill, I bet whoever donated that probably donated some other ones. So there's a Marc Jacobs bag. It's really a great color. This one was $12.99. I've seen them online for like $50, $60, $70. It's a little wear. It's got a little bit of wear, but I'm definitely going to resell that. So don't really buy bags or clothes or any of that to resell. This one I saw for like $75, but I'm keeping that one because I just love it so much. So something different. Now I'm going to head over to the Discovery store.
I'm going to pop into the Discovery shop, see what they have. Look what I just found, a Fiesta wear, salt and pepper. It's on my wish list. They're priced at $4 each. Okay, ready to check out.
Pick these up. I love these Fiesta. I have now sold 2 sets, and so they were $4. It said $4 each, but they gave them to me, the set, for $4 plus 10% off because it's senior day. So that was a really good pick. Heading to one more store and then I'm out. Goodwill Boutique. Cute skirt.
Look what I see. I see some copper. My copper sells $13.99. That might be just a little bit high for me for this teapot. Look how cute this little mug is. Super cute. They signed 1975, $5.99. Okay, I think I'm gonna put this in my basket. This is nice studio pottery, so it's got a signature on the bottom. Kind of like it. I like this sort of, it's a little bit heavy. $6.99. I don't know. I think I'm gonna pass. Tumblers are on my wish list. $6.99 for the set, but there's only 2 tall ones and 1 short. This seems really old, probably Japanese. It's $9.99. I grabbed the mug and a candle.
I say I don't pick up mugs. And what did I just pick up? I picked up a mug. But look how adorable this dude is. $5.99, and it's signed 1975. I did get 10% off because it is Tuesday. And then I picked up a candle. It smells so good. Mandarin apple. $5.99. So that's for me. I feel like it was like 1 for the shop, 1 for me. 1 for the shop, 1 for me. So guess that was today's theme. I think I'm done. There's a Goodwill in Murrieta. I don't know. I'm getting a little tired and hungry. We'll see if I have energy for the last one. Made it to the last Goodwill. That's 4 Goodwills. Savers, Salvation Army, Discovery, Angel View, and I think I went to 2 Independents. I'm tired.
Always got to check out the new carts first, just in case, before I hit the shelves. I don't see anything that I must have. These Crocs are nice. I don't wear Crocs, but my son does, but I don't think he'll wear green. Okay, I'm going to hit the shelves. Okay, what's this? This is needlepoint. Wow, this is nice. It's big. Okay, I got to pull it out and see how big. $7.99. I think I got to grab it. Love yellow. $6.99 for the set, but they look like they're all different. Look at these pink depression glasses. $7.99 for a set of 6. As long as there's no chips, I am definitely grabbing these.
I grabbed all of those pink depression glasses. There were 6 of them total, so $7.99 for the 6. There was 4 that were the same and 2 that were the same. Then I grabbed this needlepoint. It's large. It's like a rug. This was also $7.99 minus 10%. I'm done. I'm tired. I've been going since like first thing this morning. I'm done. So I got quite a bit of footage. That first estate sale was so fun. They had a piano there. There was actually 2 pianos there, but the guy was playing and he was one of the workers there. It was so crazy. I just stopped and listened. It was so great. So I got, that was 50% off day. I had looked at the photos and I thought about going earlier in the week, like the first day, but I don't know what it was. There was one by me as well that same weekend that had a lot of stuff. I guess I just was like, I was a little fatigued from all the shipping from the holidays that I wasn't even gonna go that weekend. Then I decided to go to LA. I met up with a writers group and it was on the way and I stopped and went to that estate sale. It was 50% off. So I got a few things there. You saw what I got. I got that scale. It's like a market scale. So I already sold it. So I'm going to pop it up here so you can see. I already sold that item. That's like, I just sold 2 more items. I have to get this thrift haul done because I am selling items from it. So I picked up that scale and then I also picked up these really interesting binoculars. They're from Germany and they are leather. They are marked here. I can't remember right here. They're marked Germany, Jena glass, Jena glass. And so everything that I have researched says that these are from that World War II era. So they are heavy, they have some weight, and they, I guess leather, all like the military had like leather bound binoculars, I guess, for durability. So they were taped up. So you can see they were taped up. So I need to just grab a little bit of crazy glue and put a little crazy glue here to kind of put them both together. These are the only things I haven't listed yet because I haven't done that. My crazy glue, I always have to buy the little tiny, the pack of tiny ones because it dries out. I remember back in the old days, we used to have the big thing of crazy glue and it would last forever. Now they dry out. I don't know why. So these were, so I marked it down. I paid up for these. These were 20. So I got everything at that first estate sale for $40, which after I left felt like a lot, but these are probably worth about $50, $60, $70, somewhere in that range. So 20 wasn't too bad. I paid up and they're really nice and heavy. So once I get them up, I think they'll sell pretty quick. And then I grabbed, you saw the scale grab. What else did I get there? I picked up this art print. So I wasn't sure if it was a print when I was there. I loved the shape of this piece of art. And when I opened up the back, and it's definitely a print because I wasn't sure. I thought it was really pretty in the color. So I have it listed. I think this was like $4. I gave it a value of $4. I have it listed, but I'm going to be doing, I've been saying this, I know, several videos, but now all of my stuff that I'm going to frame and reframe is now sitting on my dining room table. So it's moved from like here, over here is where all my art is like lined up. Let me show you. I use these that I picked up from the thrift stores and I keep all my art over on this side. So now it's moved over to my dining room table, ready to like reframe. So I might put something else in this because this is just a print, but I have it up on my shop. If it sells, great. If not, I might put something in there. So that was $4. And then I grabbed a couple of books. So I have a lot of books and I've decided instead of doing it while I'm doing the other haul, I think I'm going to do a book thrift haul because then we can really dive in to these books that I picked up. I'm also going to talk about some of the books that I did sell already. So kind of help people who are interested in sort of thrifting books, what to look for, how, I put them all in the freezer. So I think I'm just going to save all my books for a separate dedicated book thrift haul. Oh, I picked up a notepad that I sold too, so that's up here. It was the Boston Belt Company. It was a really cool, like little leather, like bound notepad. It had some writing on it from the 1940s. It was really interesting. So that sold for, I have my notes, $28. And then, well, you see here. That was on a Saturday. That was their 50% off day. Then there was a sale by me. I did not go. I wanted to go. I contained myself and I didn't go. And then they were doing a 50% off day on Sunday, which they normally do not do. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go. It was like the second 50% off day. So they're ready to get rid of stuff. So, and I know the sellers just from, buying. So I picked up a couple of items there. So I picked up this mirror. You can see, hi. So this mirror was actually next to, you saw the footage, it was next to a doll. So it was a doll like showing a wedding dress, and this mirror, there was supposed to be a mirror with that doll, but this mirror did not go with it. But so the previous owner who owned it had this up, but I asked if she'd be willing to, does she want to sell it? She said yes. So I think I picked this up for $4. It's just a really cool mirror, and it's a different like size and small. I just thought it was really sweet. You can use it like in your vanity. I don't know. I just thought it was really cool. So I picked that up. I picked up another level, a wood level. So I had a little tiny one, and now I have this big gigantic one. It does work. You can see the liquid in there. I got to get better about putting it in frame, because I watch my videos and I see that I don't have it in frame, and I swear I try. So I'm trying to get a little bit better about it, and then also letting my camera focus. So I picked this wood level up. I don't know, it was a couple of dollars. I got everything that day for $10. I also picked up a big yellow depression glass bowl. I forgot to grab it. I'm keeping it, but I saw a little crack, which I was bummed about. So I wasn't going to sell it anyway. I'm keeping it. So I've already put it away. So I actually gave that a value of 0 since it was cracked. So I just put the value of the other one. So this was a couple of dollars. So wood levels, I had a little tiny one in my shop that sold. And then these here, I'll put it up here. And then these, they're all from, like 20s, 30s, because in the 40s, even 40s, but in the 40s, they started making metal ones. So they stopped making the wood ones. So there's quite a bit of the wood ones out there, but they are definitely vintage. And then I ended up oiling this one up. It was in rough shape. So if you saw the footage, if you watched the footage, I think I got, I don't know if I got a lot of it there, because it was just like me and the two sellers, and then one person came in at the end. So filming felt weird. Sometimes when I'm at a estate sale and there's a lot of people, they don't know if I'm filming and they don't care. And I don't go into like the office where they have paperwork and stuff, but all of that's usually gone anyway. So it was weird to film there because I was the only one there. So this was a couple of dollars. I do have it listed in my shop, I don't know, for like 28, something like that. And then I picked up one more thing. Oh no, I picked up two more things. So I also picked up this turner. This is a butter turner. So I grabbed it, I thought it was really interesting. It does, I've never picked one of these up. It does have the daisy churn. So it's to make butter. And then that's the problem, is there is a piece missing, and the handle comes off. So I did not know that until I got home. So I don't know if there's something I can put in there that will then make it turn. So because that piece is missing, when you go to turn, it doesn't turn because it's not catching on this. So I'm on the hunt I got to get to Lowe's or Home Depot and see if there's something I can put in there that will then turn it. Now, it did not come with a glass jar, but anybody can find like a mason jar. It's a pretty large one, but I am on the hunt for like a really cheap mason jar. I have the measurements, they're in my phone. So if I find one that's tall enough and wide enough, I'll just buy it and then I could sell it with the mason jar. But I'm still on the hunt for this piece. But again, it was only a couple of dollars because I spent $10 at that estate sale total. And so then I also picked up the last thing. So remember, there was hardly anything left. I was just out kind of having fun. I picked up this train case. So it was full of 8mm movies. Now, I always feel sad when I see movies and pictures at an estate sale. I can see getting rid of stuff, But like movies and photographs, I don't know, I always feel sad when I see that. But I didn't take the movies either, so I don't know what happened to them. Maybe they went back to their descendants. But I did pick up this train case. It's in a little bit of rough shape, but I thought it was interesting. This needs to be put back on. Now the problem with that is the lettering. See how it says 8mm movies? Well, I tried to start taking it off so you can see right where in the movies. I tried to use a, the white eraser to get it off, but it started taking everything off. So what I think I'm gonna do, I don't have this listed either, is that's what happens when you go to a 50% off day number 2, is there's stuff that needs to be repaired, but you pick up projects, I guess, is what it is. So, but I think I'm gonna find some like vintage stickers, because these always had stickers on them because they would use them, literally, they would get on the train and they would travel, and this would be like their makeup bag. So I thought some stickers to put on here to kind of cover that up. That's my goal. These are probably worth I've seen them anywhere from like 30 to 80. So because it's in a little bit of rough shape, it's probably on the lower end. But again, I picked up all of those things for $10. So it wasn't much and it was fun. So those were my 2 estate sales. So I already sold a few things from it. So that always is nice. Like you're like, okay, I paid back what I put into it. And then I went on Tuesday. So Tuesday in my area, I've mentioned this before, for 55 plus seniors, for me on Goodwill, 10% off. And then Savers on Tuesdays is 30% off. I think everywhere, at least by me. So I picked up, I was just on a hunt to thrift. I went early. I went to Savers first because that tends to have, for me, the most stuff, and 30% off, it's hard not to like beat that 30% off. So I tried to get there first. And I picked up a curio cabinet. It was really, I thought I had my notes here, but I don't. It was probably somewhere, it was no more than like $7.99, $9.99. But these, I already have it listed for $128. These sell, they're pretty great. It has the sticker on the back and it has a little magnetic. It was a little bit like dusty, but I kind of blew it out to get all the like fuzz and dust out of it. And then I did oil this one up. This one was not great. Like it was just a little rough. So I did oil the whole thing up. Not with Conroy's. I just used a regular oil that I pick up at my antique mall. Then I went to Salvation Army in Temecula. Salvation Army has been delivering to me for me lately. So I went to the one in Temecula and I did pick up one item and it already sold. So I'll pop it up here. It was a shortbread mold, heavy. It had its own box. If you go to Salvation Army, they have a section that is boxes, like items that were donated in their boxes. So I had a coupon at Salvation Army, so I got it for $3.74 and I sold it for $32. So that was a good buy. That was a really good buy. Then I went to the Goodwill in Temecula. There's 2 of them. There's the regular one and the boutique. So I hit the regular one first and I found a cutting board that I picked up. The crazy thing is there was a reseller. So in the back is where the carts come out. And so I kind of head there first. I mean, that's where the home decor is as well. But there were 2 resellers sitting, because the furniture, they don't have a lot of furniture there, but they were sitting in the furniture area, like waiting for the next carts to come out. I don't know if they didn't have a shopping cart next to them. I don't know if they had picked up anything. I don't know if they were looking for clothing, but they were waiting for the next cart. I'd never seen that before. Like basically just sitting, waiting for the next cart to come out. So I didn't have a lot of high hopes that there was going to be a lot there, but I did find this cutting board. So I thought this cutting board was really cool. I have sold lots of cutting boards, not lots, but I think I have like 4 or 5 sales of cutting boards, but usually smaller. So I just picked up one, I think a couple weeks ago with the 2 sides. I think that was like the last video or the one before. And then I picked up this one as well. So I oiled this one up with the Conrad's oil. It's 2-sided. I love the color. It was $3.59 because I did have 10% off. So we'll see. I have it in my shop. I think it's like $38. So I think both of those are like $38. We'll see if the larger ones sell. Now they are heavier. So I have since started cross-listing on Facebook and eBay and Poshmark, but not all of my items are everywhere. So I'm trying to kind of pick and choose. So on Poshmark, I'm kind of just doing jewelry and any sort of clothing and stuff I pick up, and maybe some gifty items. And then eBay, I do have some up there, but not everything. And then Facebook Marketplace, I started cross-listing on Facebook Marketplace with some of my heavier, larger items. So I think I'm going to put both of my cutting boards on Facebook because they are heavy. And to ship, it costs, a lot of people don't want to spend that money to ship, and people might just like buy a cutting board on Amazon, even though they're not as nice and great as the ones I find vintage, but I can see their point. So I'm going to put this on Facebook Marketplace and see if they sell. We'll see. I'm hoping to do a pop-up this quarter, and that would be something I would definitely take, would be the cutting boards. I also picked up at the Goodwill, I picked up this bag. So yellow is my favorite color, probably followed by like this orange, but I saw this yellow bag and I just like I have to walk from the home decor. So as I told you, there was guys in the back waiting for the carts to be brought out. So I kind of got out of there. I don't usually stick around unless the Goodwill and Murrieta announces their cards. I know some of them do, but Murrieta, every time I'm there, they're announcing their cards, and they did it this time too. So, but I didn't stick around. So as I'm walking to the front, I have to walk through the clothing and the bags. So I walked through the bags. I saw this bag. I stopped and looked at it. It actually has a real tag on it. So at some point it was sold or bought on Real, and it's a Rebecca Minkoff designer bag. It's super cute. She's a designer, and she's been doing it for quite some time. I think she just sold her company like recently, but I think she's still like creative director. But look how cute this bag is, and it's got the strap as well. So this was I still think I have the tag here, $11.99 minus 10%, but I'm keeping this bag, so it's super cute. So I grabbed this bag, I grabbed it for me, but as I was like going to the front, I thought I should go back and look, because whoever had this Rebecca Minkoff bag probably has another bag, probably donated another designer bag. And I was right, because there is a Marc Jacobs bag that I picked up as well. Look how cute and pretty this color is. It's like a teal, and it's got the zipper. It's such a cute like crossover bag. I mean, that's all I really use these days are crossover bags. They're just so much easier than a big slung over purse. So this was there. It's got a little bit of wear. This was after the 10%, like $11.70. It was like less than $12 for a Marc Jacobs bag. So if you don't know who Marc Jacobs is a designer. He was the like creative designer for Louis Vuitton for like years, from like the late 90s through like the mid 2010s, somewhere in there. So he's very well known. He's got his own brand, own name, high designer. So I did this is not on my Etsy shop. I ventured out a little bit, which I don't normally do, but I ventured out really because I picked up my bag that I am keeping, and I thought, well, let me go see. So this isn't a color I really have or use, but I just thought it would be fun to pick up a bag. So I have it on Poshmark and eBay, but it's quite, it's like 60, 70, 80. I've seen them all over, different colors. I like this color. They had like a navy, and I've seen it in like kind of like a pink, a peachy pink, which was cute too. So I have this up on Poshmark and on eBay for sale. So that was something to like different for me to venture out. The Goodwill Boutique in Temecula. So it's probably my favorite Goodwill by me, and only because every single time I go, I don't think I've walked out of there empty-handed ever. I always pick up at least one item because the stuff is so good, and it's priced well. And usually, like if those salt and peppers were there, they would have been priced together. So I picked up this absolutely adorable lemur mug. Now, I don't really pick up mugs because I don't have a booth. I don't really do pop-ups. That's on my goal list, is to do some pop-ups at least once a quarter, but I don't do these mugs. But I thought it was so cute, and then it is signed on the bottom. It is by John Nishio, 1975. So, and he was a potter. He had a pottering business in Pasadena for like 40 years, and he's still alive. As far as my research says, he's still alive, but these are super collectible. It's so cute. At first I thought it was a raccoon. I don't know why. I just wasn't thinking. And then I showed my daughter, she goes, oh, that's a lemur. And I go, of course it is. Of course it's a lemur. So love this cute little like, and now I learned all about John Nishio, and I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but super cute. And that's one of my absolute favorite things about thrifting is like learning. So like I'm learning about like these binoculars, I'm learning about John Nishio, I'm learning about Rebecca Minkoff. I mean, I knew who Rebecca Minkoff is, but it's not, I don't really shop at like Neiman Marcus, so I wouldn't, it's not something I go pick up. And then so I'm tired. It's been a long day. I'm hungry, but there's Goodwill Murrieta. And I was like, so at one point on the 15, it splits. You can either take the 215 or the 15. The 15 is faster for me to get home. I was tired. I'm like, I'm just going to take I'm going to go home. Forget Murrieta. And as I'm going, the freeway stops. And so I'm like, it almost like forced me to get off at the next exit, which then crosses over where the 215 is. And I went to the Goodwill Murrieta. It was like the universe forced me to go. And I picked up a few things there, and I've already sold one of them. So let me show you. Actually, I've sold both of these. So I picked up, let's see, 6 pink depression glasses. They were all priced as one price, $7.99 minus my 10% discount. So that was like a bargain. I just sold these. I am going to be shipping these out today. So these are really sweet. The other ones were a little bit more of like a wine glass, a little bit taller, where you can see here. And then I just sold these. So those sold for $48 and these sold for $28 since there was only 2 of them. So that sold. And then I picked up this like needlepoint, which I've never picked up anything like this. So I don't really know how to so it's still in its bag because I stuck it in the freezer because I don't want any bugs. So any like material, fabrics, books, paper products, I put them in a Ziploc and they go right into my freezer in my garage. So I picked up this like needlepoint. It's almost like a rug. So what do I do with it? Do I just sell it as is and let the buyer decide what to do? That's my thought. That's probably what I'm gonna do. I wouldn't frame it because I don't know if somebody wants that framed. And I think if somebody wanted it to be a rug, would they like put a border on it? So I think I'm just going to sell it as it is. It's big, it's nice. It was $7.19. So I grabbed this really cool needlepoint. So I was glad I went. I'm glad the traffic forced me to go to the Goodwill in Murrieta. So I went to 10 thrift stores that one day, and I got 14 items for my shop. So sometimes, like I just had my birthday and I went to an estate sale. I got 54 items at one spot. Sometimes you get that, and sometimes you have to go and you have to hunt for the items. So this was just after the new year, and it was probably like maybe the second week of January when I hit the estate sales and all of these thrift stores. And everybody's like, oh, January is the best month. But I don't think that these thrift stores, at least by me, had really caught up. Yes, I got some great stuff, but I mean, we're talking like one thing here, 2 things there. So it was really a lot of like digging and searching and thrifting, but that is also super fun. So usually I like a little bit a combination of both. So that's it. That's my thrift haul for today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. Please subscribe. I have a little goal for me to try to hit a certain number, and I'm getting close to I have like a mini goal and a big goal. So I'm getting close to my mini goal. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I love to hear your comments. They make my day. When my phone rings or dings and tells me I have a comment on YouTube, I'm so excited to see your comments. Truly, it like makes my day, makes me so happy. So I really appreciate it. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Bye.